Ruckles, god damn it. Y'all know I be saying stupid ass shit all the time. Shout out to the one person that been in here waiting and they gave me that one like. You know how it go at the liquor store with four hoes. But anyway, man, let me stop playing, man. Welcome to Lone Wolf TV, where I get my mind right and I try to look out for everybody else to get their mind right. Welcome to the place for the misunderstood, the loners, okay, the misfits, the what they call them, the outcast, you know, the bastard childs, the fatherless, all that, man. I'm here for all y'all, because the world say we ain't shit. The world say if we got handed that card in life, that we don't even deserve to be respected. Nigga, how that sound? You know what I'm saying, man? What's new out here, man? Besides the fact that it been cold in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just hit me up and said my comments it do be on. I don't know what YouTube be on. I don't know what YouTube be doing, man. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell. My shit is on. But anyway, I don't know why they always cut my shit off. But yeah, man. What been happening, man? What's new? What done went on? Akon done said some coon ass shit. He done made a statement that got everybody on his rabbit ass. Let me take my jacket off. Akon done got everybody up in a roar, or in an uproar. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what YouTube doing, man. YouTube stopping my shine on the comment level, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this shit. It say all messages are visible on the live chat. So shit. I don't know, man. They trying to kill you. They trying to shut me down. Probably. Anyway. Yeah, Akon says, you know what I'm saying? And of course he can have his own opinion about his race of people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He said he feel like, you know, Africans are more, basically he was saying Africans are more civilized about their image or whatever. And he said that that black Americans, you know, we be sagging and doing twerking and doing all this extra nonsense, and we don't have no respect for our image, is basically what that motherfucker was saying. So, you know, in my response to that, I just feel like, you know, you're supposed to feel like your people better than others. You're supposed to have that pride about your tribe that you represent, your lineage. But it's one thing to represent that, to have pride in it, and it's one thing to disrespect a culture that helped put you on. Black Americans helped put your rabbit ass on. Without that song, I'm Locked Up, you wouldn't have been shit. A foundational black American brother by the name of Styles P helped your rabbit ass out with that goddamn song, Akon. While you sitting there talking that bullshit, talking about like acting like we just the worst of the worst out here in the community. Nigga, your people, niggas in Africa do the most stupidest shit in the world. But our thing in black America is we don't sit around talking about y'all. We don't sit around and have nothing bad to say about Africans. Y'all always come at the side of y'all mouth about what the fuck we got going on. But I digress and I beg to differ. So fuck Akon. That's all it is. Fuck him. That's all we can say, y'all. We can't sit around and bash a nigga into understanding where we coming from. Might as well just say fuck him and fuck his explanation. So you know what I'm saying? But today we ain't come to talk about Akon. We came to talk about something a little more serious than that nigga. Alright? Motherfucking suicide. So today's episode is called Black Men versus Suicide. black men versus suicide. You know, there's been a lot of black suicides going on. The latest black suicide has been from the dude that was on Ellen's show. I didn't even know who he was. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend. That's why I ain't really post nothing when he died or nothing like that. But the brother Twitch died, right? So by suicide. And no one really knows. I don't know the story. Nobody in his family came out and said, oh, he did it because of this. He was struggling on money. We don't know why he did it, you know. So at the end of the day, man, this black men versus suicide right now, because we got the highest rate. I should have looked up the rate. I don't know the percentage of black men that are taking their lives at the moment, but it's an alarming rate as far as our community goes. Because black men, it was a running joke that only white people did that. You know what I'm saying? But all along, we should have been looking at our black people's, at our black brothers' mentals. Now, of course, black women has killed themselves too, but this episode is specifically because we are in the higher ranks of this. And I'm not saying it's a suicide battle and who's more important, but I'm saying this is alarming. It's an alarming rate that is going into black suicide in general, but specifically since I'm a black man, and specifically since I'm a black man, and I relate to the suicidal thoughts of people that people probably I've been in the mental capacity that certain people have been in when it comes to suicide. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know what the fuck, but yeah, the suicide ranks is high in black men. So I must break down the different types of suicide. I bet y'all didn't even know it was different types of suicides. 4 different types of suicide. It ain't just suicide. Suicide ain't just suicide. It's a different form. It's a dude out there that'll kill himself because his wife cheated on him, and then it's a dude out there that'll kill himself because that take himself out for the greater, that he feels is the greater good. Like a army, somebody in Afghanistan blowing up planes or something. A Unabomber is a different kind of suicide, and we finna break that down. All right, the first type of suicide is altruistic suicide. And altruistic suicide is the surface of one's life in order to save or benefit others for the good of the group or to preserve the traditions and honor of a society. It is always intentional. Benevolent suicide refers to the self-sacrifice of one's own life for the sake of the greater good. Altruistic suicide is a Unabomber. You know, somebody going in, this is for Allah, and they blow themselves up. That's an altruistic nigga. He went out in altruism, nigga. So that ain't just suicide, that's altruistic suicide. Number 2, the next form of suicide is egoistic suicide. Egoistic suicide is when an isolated, lonely male who feels disconnected from society completes suicide. Hear this again. Is when an isolated, lonely male who feels disconnected from society completes suicide. Now, they said the definition for the female is egoistic as well. So they just said male because usually males use egoistic suicide, right? And that's what we're talking about today. So women commit it as well, but men do more of egoistic suicides. Now, the third type of suicide is anomic suicide. Anomic suicide means involving involving the perception that one's relationship to society has changed so radically that its values and norms are no longer personally relevant. That's a person that feel like society, he or she isn't living up to societal standards. That's an anomic suicide. And then the fourth form of suicide is fatalistic suicide. Fatalistic suicide occurs when individuals are kept under tight regulation. These individuals are placed under extreme rules or high expectations are set upon them, which removes a person's sense of self or individuality. Let me read that again. Fatalistic suicide occurs when individuals are kept under tight regulation. These individuals are placed under extreme rules or high expectations are set upon them, which removes a person's sense of self or individuality. That is a fatalistic suicide. Fatalistic suicide is like, say somebody had a super strict parent. Let's go deep and say the parent is assaulting them, beating them up, and you know what I'm saying? They get caught outside too long, or they a minute late in the house. They getting beaten. They punished. They grounded for a week because they was 1 minute late to the house. That can cause a fatalistic suicide. That's a motherfucker that's like, look, what the fuck is this? I opt out of this shit because I can't escape it. So you got to go out in a fatal way. You got to go out like, okay, this is the only way out. You don't feel like it's another way out. So you lose sense of self and individuality. So you just be like, man, you know what? This is what I'm about. This is what life has to offer me. I don't like it. I'm out. So we got 4. Let's go over it again. We got altruistic suicide. We got egoistic suicide. We got anomic suicide. And we got fatalistic suicide. Now, which ones? All suicides fall under these 4. So, let's break, since we came up with them 4, let's break down reasons why black men can commit suicide. See, because that's the concern. The concern is black men committing suicide. So with them 4, y'all think of them ones, y'all can rewind it, y'all can go back over it, and we can figure out which ones commit to what. And whatever, which ones stick to what kind of person that's committing suicide. So here goes some reasons why black men commit suicide, y'all. Money problems. Feeling like they have no purpose. Societal pressures, and to simply escape. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over these right here real quick. These reasons. And money problems. Money problems could be egoistic. That's an ego, because your money got something to do with your pride and your ego. It has something to do with your status. So egoistic deaths 9 times out of 10 happen when a black man committed egoistic death when he has money problems. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black men go out dying not even knowing that they're committing a certain type of suicide. They just think suicide is just that, man. And it's different stuff that pulls suicidal thoughts and suicidal things out of people, So money problems is one of the main reasons black men commit suicide, because we are held to what we do. We are held to protecting. We're held to paying the bills. Motherfuckers is held to they're like, some men are the only shoulder that a woman in their life has to lean on. You know what I'm saying? And the brother usually has nobody to lean on, because as a man, you don't get that. You don't get that help to have a shoulder to lean on. You got to get up and get through it on your own. You got to make sure you got yourself in all of this. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you set up over everybody else in this world, because the men above you got there because they looked out for themselves. They didn't look out for everybody around them. You know what I'm saying? Bill Gates, this is important that black people know this. We shouldn't move like Bill Gates, but Bill Gates ain't even leaving no paper to his kids. You feel me? Bill Gates putting all that shit that he got into non-profits, or he trying to give it away or something before he died. You know what I'm saying? But he said his kids got to get it from the mud. Now that's something that we got to transform in our society, because we have generations of just getting it out of the mud, decades of getting it out of the mud. So my daughter deserves all the benefits that I get out of life. So I'm not on that shit, but I want y'all to know that, because a lot of people try to compare what black people do with money to white people, and white people ain't even looking out for their people as much as you think that they looking out for their peoples. You know what I'm saying? So money problems come to a black man because we got to start back from when the motherfucker stripped us of our shit. Motherfuckers stole the land, they stole the gold, now they running the resources, now they running the banks. And black people don't run no banks right now. Black people ain't running the necessary shit. So when money problems become a problem for a black man in this society, he automatically feels defeated, automatically feel like he ain't gonna come up. And I can vouch for that, because I've had those kind of feelings and I'm still alive. I've wanted to kill myself because I didn't have enough money, which would have been an egoistic suicide. Let me repeat that definition for y'all, just in case y'all don't know what egoistic suicide means. It is when an isolated, lonely male who feels disconnected from society completes suicide. When you feel disconnected from society, which is what money will make you feel like, a lack of having money will make you feel like you are lacking in society, you'll commit an egoistic death. I mean suicide. So, you know, I think I've been on that end before when it comes to money problems. And, you know, money problems is the reason why, one of the main reasons, which is number one on my list, why men commit suicide, is because, you know, it's hard to let your people down and be looked at as less than as a man. Some niggas would rather take themselves out. You feel me? Some motherfuckers would rather just off themselves. And I've had that thought before, but I got something to live for now. I got a daughter out here. Some people have kids and they still do it. So we're gonna get down into that. And so, which leads me to the next thing: feeling like they have no purpose. Some people have kids and they still don't use their kids as their purpose. I've been through this shit as well. I was out here broke, sad, feeling like I was gonna be a failure to my daughter, not realizing I should use her as my gauge to grind harder. You feel me? I should use my daughter as a target to never give up, as dedication to never give up. And that's what I've been doing lately, and I'm caught on to it. I got the habit down to where I'm not ever gonna give up, no matter how short my comings get, or no matter how high my highs get. You know, I'm always use her as my purpose. And the reason why some black men kill themselves is they don't feel like they have no purpose. They get told they a Crip, then they found something happened inside of the Crip gang that he in, or somebody fuck his bitch, or the gang just fall out and now he feel alone, and the nigga become a loner, and you know what I'm saying? He feeling like he ain't got no purpose no more, because all he knew was the streets. All the bitches that he had knew him from the streets. Now that he ain't this nigga no more, he turning into a square. He don't know if he a lame or not. Niggas in the song telling him working 9 to 5 is trash. He's still listening to trap music. Motherfuckers telling him that working is lame. You better go hit you a dough, or you better go steal something, or you better go do this. Of course, it's up to you to take the information from the song. I ain't blaming hip hop, but that's gonna wash your brain out, and it's gonna make you feel even more worthless if you listening to depressing trap music or gangster music. You'll definitely feel like your purpose is worthless. You know, you'll feel like you don't have a purpose, or you'll start feeling like God didn't even give you one. You'll start feeling like God just put you on this motherfucker to suffer and die, so you can be an example of what not to be. A lot of us, I still kind of feel like that. If my life is still fucked up in a certain time frame of living, I'm gonna know that my life might be a guide of what not to do. And I think that's something to be proud of as well. Cause we all want our life to be like Future or Drake, living the fucking life like P. Diddy and shit. Niggas want to live it up and pop bottles and all that shit and be able to afford all the extravagant shit that America tell you should have. Okay, I want to experience that shit too because I want to see my slice of the pie. I want to see how I make my slice of the pie look. All of us got that aspiration. But one thing we got to know is motherfuckers is gonna die broke. Some motherfuckers ain't gonna make it out. Some motherfuckers ain't gonna make it out the struggle. And we gotta respect that. But we also gotta understand that people that don't feel like they have a purpose usually are the ones that take themselves out in this kind of suicide. Now, when you take yourself out because you feel worthless, that is an anomic suicide. Anomic suicide is involving the perception that one's relationship to society has changed so radically that it values and that its values and norms are no longer personally relevant. Okay? So when you feel like you have no purpose, you feel like society don't even accept you. This can be for male or female. You feel like society don't even accept you because you don't have a purpose, you don't have a grind, nobody respects you, or it's now you feel lost. You was living one way. Now that you got to change your life, you feel like that you going backwards instead of just focusing on the change. It's some people that ain't mentally strong enough to notice that, okay, that was high school that you was popular. Now you not popular. Don't go kill yourself. You just gotta adjust to being an adult. And that's not to say that people that killed themselves by this, it's just that they didn't understand. They didn't understand that the change and the depression that come from change sometimes shouldn't lead you to death. It should lead you to further who the fuck you are as a person. But we don't get taught this. We don't get told this in school. We get told that our value is actually money, which is the first damn reason why motherfuckers kill themselves. Then you gonna backdoor and hit a nigga with the fact that he gotta have some kind of meaning of life. Then what if he don't even know what that is? And then people walking around telling him you gotta find purpose, and he don't even know the first step of what he give a fuck about. But that's personal. See, everybody know that you gotta find that yourself, but some people don't find that personal niche. You know, they don't find their purpose. My purpose when I was alive was always music. It was always trying to do something with engineering or something. I want to be a curator. I want to be a nigga that's got my fingers on something, that's learning how to do shit. You know, but after so many ages, after not being 20 no more, music is kind of like I gotta adjust it to I gotta be more responsible to get the money right now to maintain my life as a grown motherfucker. I can't sit out here dreaming and going to work and then using that money to go to the studio when really I need to be building my own studio. So now I got bigger mindsets on what to do, what the fuck I want to do with my life. So I'm gaining more purposes on top of the fact that now I have a daughter. That's my biggest purpose. That's number one. My daughter got to eat. She got to. And it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that right now. I don't even want to sleep no goddamn more if I can catch some sleep, that's what it is. But I'm not going to be out here committing anomic suicides because society feel like I ain't shit. And that leads me to my next thing, societal pressures. Societal pressures, man. Society, that's basically everything. Society say you're supposed to have money, a car, this, and that, the next thing. And the pressures of it, that the fact that it push it on other people in this world to start questioning women like, oh, when you gonna have your baby? When you gonna, or when even some mamas be like telling their sons, when you gonna give me my grandsons? When you gonna give me my grandkids? Or whatever like that, right? That's a societal pressure. And then there's some women, let me speak for the sisters right now, that ended up offing themselves because too many societal pressures caused them to go crazy. Some women can't even have kids, and then here they is getting hit by society, and then they mama back door and say, when you gonna give me some kids? You been this, and that. You gay? Shit like that. And then, you know, with other shit going on, and then what if she really is gay, and then she dealing with shit in that relationship, the gay relationship, and then she got motherfucking niggas still trying to hit her up. She done been raped before. It's shit like that that come back, man. So societal pressures will always be a reason why a motherfucker will commit an egoistic suicide or an anomic suicide. And sometimes, I think a fatalistic. I think America will make you commit a fatalistic suicide because they got some tight regulations out here in this motherfucker. We actually more freer than other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you caught one. Real shit. I appreciate you for now. I know my fucking comments working because the dude was saying my shit wasn't working. But we in here. We in here going hard. But so yeah, society will have you feel like that you ain't shit. They'll have you out here feeling like you can't keep up with the Joneses. And that is where a lot of people commit suicide too. A lot of black men specifically. Because you got niggas out here, you got motherfucking songs out here telling niggas that broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. They know that's right. You know what I'm saying? But they saying, you know, you can black men gotta hear shit like that. And I ain't saying that women are running niggas to suicide. It's just that that's another societal pressure on a nigga that make a nigga feel worthless. Societal pressures can make a black man feel worthless, especially if the sisters are holding on to that narrative and saying, yeah, this is what we want. You know, it could be one thing to make a woman feel good. It can be one thing to make a woman bust a nut and all that shit. But if you ain't keeping up on stability, now she finna be on your ass. Now she finna be calling you a broke ass nigga. Now she finna be doing this and that. The next, probably fucking your homeboy because he got more money than you and his relationship with his girl look good. Now they both put themselves in jeopardy because niggas just like to fuck. He ain't even want to fuck with your bitch like that. It was just some pussy on the line. He fucking his home up for the shit. You see how shit go? And then it's another. Then all while they doing that, fucking behind your back and shit, you over here going crazy and your brain want to kill your damn self. Societal pressures, man. Your woman made you feel like that because she said you ain't making enough paper, which lead me back to number one: money problems. Money problems is the number one reason Negroes is killing themselves. Can you smell me? Then we gonna this where I'm, you know, one of the last reasons that black men kill themselves, to take them off the hook. To put it on the global span real quick and not be so philosophical with the reason why black men kill themselves, to give them some leeway, to not be so goddamn technical and scientific on on what my black brothers is doing when they kill themselves. You know what the last reason for me is? They kill themselves to simply escape. Because at the end of the day, it's white motherfuckers that have committed suicide as well to simply escape everything that I just goddamn mentioned. But it's coming to a point where my brothers would rather not fight this fight no more, you know? And what that sound like, y'all? Y'all remember when they was taking us on the motherfucking motherships? I mean, not the mothership, but them slave ships. And what was some of them black people doing instead of going into slavery? They was doing what? Jumping off the ship and killing themselves. To do what? At that point, it wasn't no money problems or none of that. Them niggas they was just getting raided. And at that point, nigga, y'all got us they did fatalistic suicide. And you got us on the tight restriction, nigga. It's time to just jump up off of the boat and die. And get ate by I'd rather get ate by these sharks than get put into slavery. And that's what I feel like some of my people are doing. To be psyched, now let me get philosophical with it. Let me get real deep with it. I feel like America is the boat. Hear me out. This is my metaphor. America is the slave boat, okay? America, the slave boat, And the black men that's taking themselves out, jumping off that motherfucker. You know, that's just my analogy. That's just how I look at it. That's just how I put it together in my head, man. Any black man that kill himself in this lifetime, he doing it to escape, first of all. That's the last reason, but the first reason, that's the main reason. I mean, the last reason, but the main reason why a motherfucker offing themselves is because, nigga, to escape this, we gotta escape this slave ship. I don't never blame nobody that killed themselves, white, black, Asian, because some of this shit is stupid. Some of this shit we living in, man. One of my biggest quotes, or one of my biggest concerns, is who in the fuck told us we had to pay to be on Earth? What nigga came up with this idea that we needed to pay for some shit when we need to just probably manufacture? We need to probably have some workers or have multiple people manufacturing the shit that need to be made, and in return they get maximum shit of what they're manufacturing, but it don't have to be no payments, is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers manufacture cars, but if you the car manufacturer, niggas will build you a bigger house. Niggas will do this, and that. You still, it's some kind of royalty that can come with it. And of course, I feel like currency should still stay around. It should be some kind of shit, but it should be a system set up to where motherfuckers get like $10,000 a month or something to survive off of, no matter what you are, felon. If you a rapist or you a pedophile, your ass gonna be in jail. Them the only motherfuckers that need to be in jail. Niggas selling weed and shit, go keep on doing it. You can keep getting the money like that, but every month you got 10,000 coming in to everybody. Niggas, y'all ain't telling me that society wouldn't be a little motherfucking better if motherfuckers didn't even have to trip on money problems, feeling like they don't have no purpose, societal pressures. You know what I'm saying? If niggas didn't have to go to work, pay this bill higher than the bitch, inflation, all this shit, all this fake ass shit that they created, and ain't nobody riding on it. I feel like we on the slave ship sometime, my nigga. I done already had them thoughts where I was like, man, I would blow my cap back if I had a gun right now. But some of us just got that we got that need to explore. So we want to stay alive to see how this shit turn out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I'm gonna just die naturally. I ain't trying to go out early, but I'm just giving my brothers they flowers because I understand why you jumping off this ship. This motherfucker might be finna crash, and y'all niggas just left this bitch before we did, man. Shout out to all my brothers that committed to suicide. Because, you know, I ain't saluting you because you did it. I'm just saluting you for that's brave. It's brave to take yourself off. And it wouldn't, if it is something that say it was your time to be here, or it is something that put you here for a purpose and you just erased your purpose, I've called that bravery. I don't know where you went, I don't know what people believe in. I don't know how death go. But you brave as fuck for going to find out on your own. And here at LoneWolf TV, we salute that shit. You feel me? We saluting all that. So y'all got anybody y'all know that committed suicide, give them motherfuckers some goddamn grace. Let them niggas know they some brave motherfuckers. Because this life ain't easy to live, my nigga. This life ain't easy. Who the fuck sat here and was telling motherfuckers life was gonna be easy? And then you got motherfuckers that stay alive. We stay alive, we gotta hear the nonsense, right? All the alive niggas out here telling us how to fucking live, man. You know, we got too many motherfuckers trying to tell us how to live sometimes. It's too many motherfuckers. They got an opinion on how you should live your life. Now, I feel like you should only listen to motherfuckers that you wanna similarly achieve, like you wanna achieve similar things that they have. You know, that's why I fuck with a certain caliber of dude, because if I, I watch a podcast or I watch anything, I'm picking up on some game to see how you did that, so I can plug it into what I'm doing or get some perspective off of what you doing on what I'm doing on my end and get my shit together, because I'm still off the cell phone with it. I'm pacing my time like a turtle. I ain't in no rush to just be no known nigga or just overly invest on some shit, and I ain't got nowhere to live. I ain't got nowhere to stash the shit. So nigga, I'm in this shit, like a G until I get my money right, man. I ain't finna overly do nothing in this motherfucking world, or I ain't finna rush to do shit because, we gonna fail or we ain't gonna fail. Then we gotta get back up and do it again anyway. You might as well take your time, do the shit with precision. And if you fail with the precision, come back with 10 times more precision than you did the last time. And if that don't work, you need to change routes, I guess. But I'ma always have I'm gotta juggle something going on, man. This life ain't easy. So I always understand why motherfuckers kill themselves. Always. Have anybody that's watching right now, y'all ever wanted to smoke your motherfucking self? Drop a comment. I see you watching, but you ain't talking. Have you ever wanted to take yourself? Answer that question. Or when I post this shit, y'all can drop something in the comments. Have you ever wanted to smoke yourself like this? Oh! Yeah, man. Say, black men versus suicide, man. We can't let suicide win, because it's trying to get a number up on us right now. We can't let that happen. We got to come back strong, man. We got to get back strong. We got to get our brothers back. We got to get our peoples back with some kind of purpose of being alive in general. And we ain't gonna be able to save everybody, but we could save somebody. But just remember these four. We got 4 types of suicide: altruistic suicide, egoistic suicide, anomic suicide, and fatalistic suicide. Y'all look them up on y'all own time and piece that shit together. In the meantime, in between time, get your paper right. Be a warrior for them reparations. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you new up in here. Drop a comment after this to let me know how you feel about it. Share it to your peoples. LoneWolf TV, I'm out this beat.